So we've gotten our crawlspace vent sealed. So now we're going to move over and start on our wall liner. So typically doing the walls and the piers or applying the wall liner is typically a two-man job. If you've got a two-man crew, typically you'll have one technician on adhesive, putting the bead of adhesive up. As we can see here, kind of just get a visual of the process, the size of the bead. Just going to follow that mortar joint. We're going to stay right above it, leaving that consistent 8-inch inspection gap all the way around the crawl space. And we'll see as we put the wall liner up, if the wall liner is wanting to come off of the adhesive, we know we're not using enough. And if it's getting everywhere on the wall and on our hands as we put the liner up, we're probably using too much. So we'll just kind of find that sweet spot as we go and go from there. So once you start running your wall liner, a couple things to keep in mind. You want to make sure you don't have any tension on the roll. So in these tight spaces, you can kind of roll a little bit of liner off the roll. You'll kind of see we're not having to apply a ton of pressure, excess pressure to the adhesive itself to get the liner to attach. The felt's pretty porous and it bonds pretty aggressively to the adhesive. As you can see, we're kind of making a break at the bottom where the ground is. That break kind of helps support the liner too at the top until the adhesive starts to set up. But you can see this process is pretty easy. It can be done with one person. You're getting enough pressure to push the adhesive into the felt on the back of that GeoPro liner, but not enough to push all the adhesive out. So once we approach an interior corner, one thing we'll note is we've put a little bit of additional adhesive in this corner to help kind of grab where we have what we call a pinch point. As we move from this interior corner to an exterior corner, an outside angle, we'll just kind of keep our hand in that corner. We'll kind of make our folds. We'll come back and cut this in a minute. Once we've worked our way from the inside corner to this outside corner, we're gonna have to put a cut here. So we're gonna go ahead and put a relief cut so we can make this turn, kind of use our hand to kind of keep tension and pressure off the roll. Gonna make our turn, and we're gonna keep on moving. One thing you'll notice is we're keeping consistency at the top for our inspection gap, but our overlap on the ground is gonna fluctuate some. That's okay. So as long as you're getting enough overlap to kind of support the weight of the liner itself and create a little bit of buffer for your overlap with your floor, you're gonna be fine. The really nice thing about having that adhesive-based seal, not only does it have a lifetime warranty once it's set up, but it also gives you a consistent moisture and vapor seal behind the liner. We've come around a few corners and now we're gonna get to our first real long straight section of crawl space, which is the back side of the house. So we're gonna employ a little different method here. Our technicians already put the adhesive up on the wall. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start rolling some excess material off the roll, as you'll be able to see behind me. We're gonna get enough off the roll so that the roll doesn't have any tension on it. And then we're actually just gonna take the roll, we're just gonna get it out in front of us, kind of roll it down the wall. And that just kind of keeps it from being in our way. So I'll kind of slide this down just a hair. It's okay if that roll gets dirty during this process. Number one, the dirt's not really gonna stick to the white side of the plastic. And if it does, we can always knock it off once the adhesive dries. What we're gonna do then is we're just gonna work our way down the wall, picking up small sections, as you can see, and kind of putting those small sections up with our hands. There's no reason to pull the liner tight down the wall and have two guys and see how far you can, how far of a run guys can do at one time. There's no reason to put tension on it. It actually shouldn't put tension on it. If you put tension on it, it gives you the potential to put wrinkles. We're just gonna work our way down the wall. If we catch up to the roll, we'll just push the roll and keep it in front of us and just make sure there's no tension on it. And this is a one-person job, the liner aspect of the install. One of the benefits of this Geo wall liner is the ability it gives you to create a really sound moisture and vapor seal. With the felt on the back here, you can see these corners get pretty tight, and as things start to dry, we'll be able to come back, as we talked about, and kind of work out some of these kinks. But these corners get really nice and clean, both the interior and the exterior corners.
One of the biggest advantages to note here is that the YCS GeoPro wall liner does not require the use of mechanical fasteners. This makes onboarding new technicians incredibly easy, while still providing the customer with a lifetime attachment guarantee.